And so for the third time of me trying to do this video, it says my phone was too hot, if that tells you anything about how hot it is in here. By burning that Brookville Clarion Seam coal, Bituminous soft coal. I've been burning coal since 2009. I don't need schooled on how to do it. I started out with a Wonder Coal stove. So, in my honest opinion, I mix 50-50 mix of bituminous and anthracite. I burn both. Now, right now, we got bituminous in there, and she's been burning off its volatiles for at least 20 minutes now. And I'm barely giving it any under the fire air, just a little bit, just a crack. All the air is coming in over top. You see that, how angry it is in there? It's burning off all the volatiles off the coal. I gotta stay back. I'm about 4 foot back from it because I'm sweating. Now, stove's running right now about 550 down low. It's hotter up there, obviously. And for the wood burners out there, that's not an ash bucket. That's a coal hod. See the shape? That's to shoot it in to the corners and shoot it where you want it. There's 2 hods of bituminous stoker size coal. Here in western Pennsylvania, it's about 40 miles away to go to Ben Howe, down off of Route 208, close to Barkeyville, and get you a ton. I got a half ton I picked up on my flat trailer, but I mix it with stove anthracite. Right now, I don't have any anthracite in there because it's pretty mild right now, and I don't need the fire to be lasting all freaking forever and really putting out a lot of heat. The bituminous, see, you get pieces that are, for the anthracite burners, you get pieces that are about the size of nut and pea. This is stoker coal, so it don't have fines in it. There's some. It was wet outside. It's been raining. It collected some of the dust. But this is some nice bit coal. You see that? I used to burn run of mine, and I always had problems with it, you know, with the fines plugging up the grates and causing all kinds of problems and not getting long burn times. But this stuff seems to even out. But for the strictly anthracite burners, I do burn strictly anthracite sometimes. But when we had that cold snap, it was down to like 10 degrees. It couldn't make heat fast enough to replace the heat that I lose. Like I said, the stove's been burning for the volatiles off for about 20 minutes, and I know there's no videos really pertaining on YouTube on really bit coal burning in a hand-fed stove. Now, if you have access to stoker size, this is what this video is about. So usually I'll mix a hod of stoker and a hod of stove anthracite, 50-50 mix, you know, and that bituminous will burn down quicker than anthracite. It don't last as long. It don't throw the heat like anthracite does for a long period. It releases most of its energy in the beginning, and then it will kind of level out and just ho-hum along, which is perfectly fine. Now, I drive truck. I've stated in many of my videos, I've been doing it for 21 years. I don't have time to be messing around, screwing around, cutting, splitting, stacking, maintenance and saws and wood splitters and hauling and handling the wood more times than you actually got to. So this is my reasoning for burning 100% coal. I don't burn wood. I mean, I will in a pinch. To get it started, obviously, I use about 6 pieces of stickers. My buddy gets me these. I had a whole pallet about 5 foot tall worth of them, and since last year I burned about half that pallet just starting fires. I have it set for 0.02 inches of water column, and right now, being that coal's really kicking, she's what, 0.04 and a half. So like I said, I've burned both types of coal since 2009. I don't need schooled on it because this stove is considered a magazine heater. Burns from the bottom up. So with anthracite, you get a good fire going at the bottom, dump a hod in. Let that get ripping, dump another hod in, fill it right up to the top of the block. Now, that's hot. See how high that is? Yeah, I can't keep my hand there. So, like I said, this is like the 4th time me trying to make this video. And I know I'm leaving something out that I wanted to say. But we're going to show you, now that it's not so angry in there, you're giving it all the over the fire air like you do with wood. When you're burning wood, you want all the air coming over top to burn wood and nothing on the bottom. I just given it a pinch. So once these volatiles are burned down, which I can close it down now, it's fine. It's not ripping as hard as it was. But that's a spring-loaded door. That cuts the air going over the top. I mean, it's not airtight. It still leaks. It still gets some. So the stove's running. So what I'll do is just crack it open some more. About a 1/4 inch. And that thing will hum along. Don't have to mess with it. Over 8 hours. After that, with bit coal, you're kind of starting to lose your heat in the house. The reason why I run this is because no electric, no electronics. My power goes out. I got a pellet stove for a backup. Now, if I have no power and I don't have any gas for my generator, how am I going to run my stove or my pellet stove? This puts out consistent heat for hours. Don't have to mess with it. Take the ash out at night, take the ash out in the morning. That's it, and load. No screwing around. No trying to jam different pieces in there, trying to figure it out how to fit. And wet wood and creosote in your chimney. And here's another thing. When you're burning coal, everybody says, oh, you got the chimney pipe wrong way. No, I don't. You put your seams into the next one, kind of like the reverse of a drain spout. Like with a wood stove, you want them on the out. You'd want that on the outside. So this pipe needed to be turned around, and there needed to be an adapter here. But with coal stoves, you have a lot of gas and fumes that need to escape, and it has to overlap inside of one another for those fumes and gas to escape. With a wood stove, you want it the other way, so creosote, stuff that causes chimney fires, can run back down into the stove and not on the outside of the pipe. So no, I have my chimney pipe right for a coal stove because I burn coal. I don't burn wood. It's a totally different animal. So, like I said, I'm not trying to be ignorant or anything about any of this, but I've had comments, people message me, and try to tell me how I'm doing something, which I've learned from old timers, word of mouth, how to do it, read about it. NEPA Crossroads is a very good source to learn how to burn coal in your particular unit. But that's where I started learning about burning coal back in 2009, is that website. And a lot of tips and tricks. I have a couple tools. This flat round rebar rod, or flat rod, jammed down through. That's pretty dang hot. I mean, I made this. I twisted it so that I can grab stuff on top of the blocks and rake it in. Works pretty good for that. Or pushing coal across when I'm burning anthracite. And it's not so volatile. You can move them around, especially stove size. It's kind of like a shovel or a plow. You can just push. Just something simple. That's basically all I use to tend it. I sit in here pretty much more than anywhere else in the house. But yeah, just doing a little rundown there for you on how burning bit coal. If you watched any of the short videos I posted and what that looks like before it ignites, it's a green yellowish smoke. Looks pretty neat. Check it out.